Hello, everybody. Today is going to be a bit of a weird episode, or video, or whatever the hell this thing is. Today, I'm going to be talking movies. Scary movies, to be exact. You know, once it kind of hits that October season, I really just like to watch scary movies. Like, every day you watch another scary movie. Probably re-watch a lot of scary movies because, I don't know. Trying to think, there hasn't been anything too new that I've been like super excited about. What did I just watch? Long Legs. I just watched Long Legs. That's probably the last horror movie I saw in theaters. That's pretty good. I liked it. It's not going to be today's topic though, because today's topic is going to be movies that I recommend for you, the viewer, to watch during this month. Originally, it was going to be a top 10, but like, I don't know what it is, but it's so hard to put like things in lists for me. Because then you put something at number one and you're like, wait, I don't really want that to be a number one, blah, 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 blah. Anyways, I'm just going to list off a bunch of movies that I really like and some honorable mentions so that you, the viewer, can get, I don't know, in case you've heard something that you haven't heard before, or you just want to hear what I think in regards to good movies that I like to watch around this time. These range from like scary movies to like goofy Halloween themed movies. For example, like Ghostbusters. That's definitely on the list, and it's just a movie that I watch every October. And I wouldn't necessarily call it scary, unless you think getting slimed is scary, which I understand. Starting with my top 5, right? They're not in any order. I don't like one more than I like the other, but these are my top 5 favorites that I recommend you watch, and they're very bland. Everybody has seen these, but I love these movies, so whatever. Number 1, we have The Shining. Okay, I have a poster of The Shining in my room. I'll show a little picture of it on screen. But I love this movie for some reason. Just the whole vibe, everything about it. I love the music. I love Midnight, The Stars and You at the end. Dude, I love this movie. Here's Johnny, all the funny stuff. Love that movie. I'm just kind of listing off the Red Rum, you know? That's pretty funny in there. Jack Nicholson. Listen, the thing is, I don't remember actors, directors, anything. I remember the movie, sometimes, and what happens in the movie. I don't remember actors, I don't know nothing. I don't know anybody else other than Jack Nicholson in that movie. And the cool black guy, who gets hit in the chest with an axe. Spoilers. Anyways, moving on to number 2. Not in a list, by the way, just 5 of my favorites. I couldn't rank them properly, but number 2 is The Thing. The Thing. John Carpenter's The Thing. Another movie that I love. I have to watch it every year. Everybody says it. Everybody loves this movie, but the feelings of isolation, cabin fever, just, you don't really know who to trust unless you've seen the movie like 12 times. Practical effects. Mwah, chef's kiss, beautiful, cool shit. That's all I have to say. I think there's a cop driving by. Gotta be careful. Move on to something super interesting here. Is Friday the 13th. I'm just gonna put the whole movie series here because it's like one of my favorites for some reason. I love Friday the 13th. In fact, I'm actually gonna put a tier list on screen right now. You can see it of all the movies. Because I don't just want to say Friday the 13th when they're all, like, super important. But here it is. Down here in the didn't care section, I didn't like New Beginnings. I thought I just didn't like it. Didn't really have the same vibes. And I haven't even seen Jason X or Jason Goes to Hell or whatever. And I didn't like Jason in New York. But, hold on, sirens are going off now. But moving up. On B tier, we have Freddy vs. Jason, a dumbass movie, but it was still fun. Like, it was still fun. Oh, now that I think about it, I don't even have Nightmare on Elm Street on this list. Honorable mention, throw that up there. We got Freddy versus Jason. I don't know, it was okay. I kind of feel like they did Jason dirty. Like, they wanted a good guy, and so they just picked Jason and said, okay, we're gonna make him, like... I don't know if you can hear that in the background right now. Anyways, Freddy vs. Jason in a B. Nothing's in C tier because I'm not one to hate. I'm not a hater. Except I hate these movies down here. But C tier, if I was to give a tier list of the tier list letters, C tier would be an F. I hate C tier. What the fuck am I talking about? Anyways, moving up to A. We've got the reboot. Really cool. I didn't like the whole, like, kidnap women, make them my mother thing, or whatever the hell was going on there. So that puts it down. Because Jason's supposed to be, like, a cool badass, right? I'm not sure what that was all about. But he is still cool in this movie because he's, like, a hunter figure. He's lived in the woods his whole life, so he's, like, bear traps and crazy shit like that. Hey, Peter. Next is part 2. It's the first time we ever see Jason. And by the way, he doesn't even have the mask. I don't think he gets the mask till part 3. The hockey mask. People don't know that. They think Friday the 13th, they think of Jason with the mask, which is every other movie. But the more you know. I think that's a thing in, like, at the very beginning of Scream. Spoilers, that's also on the list. But at the very beginning of Scream, I think that's one of the questions that Ghostface asks the girl. Whatever her name is. Drew Barrymore? Hope that's right. Moving on, part 3. I just want to point this out really quick. The, what's it called? The poster for Friday the 13th part 3 is so fucking sick. Look at it. It is so cool. It's the best one by far. Like, it is so cool. In A tier, we have the first Friday the 13th. Because the thing that I really like about it is that you go into Friday the 13th thinking that Jason is the bad guy the whole time. And then, spoilers, he's not even the bad guy in the first movie. Spoilers, it's his mother. Whatever her name is, I can't even remember it. I just know she wears, like, this blue sweater thing. I don't know why I remember that, but I don't remember her name. I couldn't tell you, Peter. Next up on S tier, which is all the movies I really like, is Jason. No. I forgot the title of this movie. Hold on. Anyways, it's Jason versus the Psychic Girl. This one he looks the coolest in because he's chained at the bottom of the lake and he wakes up from there and he looks sick. He's like this beefy, bulky dude who busts through windows. I mean, he's always done that, but especially in this one, he's just huge. Next, we have the final chapter. Very good movie. It's got the one kid who's also in The Lost Boys and in The Burbs. And then my all-time favorite is Jason Lives. No explanation. I just really like that movie. All right, let's get off Friday the 13th. We've been on this for too long. Number 4, next in the list, is what I said earlier, Scream. Solid horror movie. Especially the first time you've seen it, you're like, who's the killer? Oh my god, who's it gonna be? Solid movie. Love Scream. Haven't seen any of the other ones, though. Haven't seen 2 or 3 or 4 or 7 or 9 or 12 or whatever. Only seen the first one, and I liked it. And then moving on to number 5, we have Alien. Again, kind of the whole series, kind of not. This is mainly the first movie, but I would throw in the second movie too, because I really like the second movie. Haven't seen Romulus. Have not seen Alien Romulus yet. I will, though. But yeah, throw that in there. Good-ass movie. Enough said. Now I'm just going to do a speed round of just throwing out random shit, and hopefully it's interesting. Here we go. One of my favorites is Malignant. And I know it's kind of a mixed reception, but if you just go into the movie knowing that it's like... okay, let me go on a rant again. I think people go into this movie expecting it to be super, super serious and don't just, like, appreciate that it's, like... It's just fun, if that makes any sense. The main bad guy is, like, this psychic, evil, bloody face guy who uses a medical trophy as a weapon. It's fucking awesome. I love that movie for some reason. It's top 10 for sure. And I would recommend you watch it for October. Next up, solid recommendation, I think, is the movie Sinister. See, I don't even know what to say about this one. Other than, I think the first half of this movie is really, really good. Like, really good. But then the second half isn't as good. Like, you're really groped in the first half, and then the second half, it's like, I don't really care anymore. It's still cool. But, like, spoilers again. Not a huge one, but enough. They start name-dropping things. Like, they name-drop the main villain of the movie, and he's like, I forgot what it was, but it was so stupid. It was like Balagor or something like that. No, it was dumber. Hold on. Demon in Sinister. Bagul. Bagul, the pagan deity that feeds on children. Yeah, once the main guy gets on a video call with like this expert, and he's like, so yeah, what you're dealing with is Bagul, the pagan deity. He lives in video cameras and lives in, I don't know, I thought it was dumb. But the first half is so good. Because he's watching these old tapes of families that have been murdered. Somehow he found these in his attic. But he's a writer, right? So he doesn't want to show these to the police because he can get a really good novel that he's been working on, you know? And he's stupid. But yeah, that's Sinister. I'll get off it. And move on to honorable mention, Cape Fear. Basically, to summarize the plot, creepy guy is obsessed with you and your family and will do anything to like torture you. That's the premise. It's got the mafia guy in it, Robert De Niro, I think. If that's wrong, I'm sorry. But good movie. Honorable mention. Creepy guy versus family. Next up, another one of my favorites is Cabin in the Woods. Hold on, is that what it's called? Am I dumb? Cabin in the Woods, yeah. It's got Chris Hemsworth. Oh my god, Thor! It's Thor from Marvel. I've got to see this movie. It's got Thor from Marvel. But solid movie because it like throws off your expectations. You think it's going to be another like, oh, this is another dumb, stupid ass movie. It's got a bunch of dummies. It's dummy dumb. But it's more. It's like an SCP movie, like SCP made film, in my opinion, because it's all these science guys and a bunch of shit. You get it. You get it. I'm definitely not gonna spoil that one, because if you haven't seen it, you need to watch it. It's really good. Next up, a bit of a dumb one, but I want to throw it in there because I enjoyed watching it, is Urban Legend. You don't really know who the killer is. It's pretty funny sometimes. The main bad guy wears like a parka. Yeah. Yeah. I haven't seen any of the other ones, and I don't really want to, because there's no point, in my opinion. Maybe the others are good, but the first one, it's a fun movie, I think. Next up, another one of my favorites, definitely a top 10, is Hell House LLC. One of the best, what do you call it? Camera? First-person camera? Makes you want to vomit? Found footage movies. One of the best found footage movies ever, in my opinion. It's this group of people, and they're making a haunted house. And at the very beginning of the movie, it shows you, like, the aftermath of what happens. Not, like, too many spoilers, but, like, I just love that movie. It's good. It's a good one, okay? Trust me, it's a good one. The ending, fuck it, who cares about spoilers? The guy gets sucked into a hell portal, so that kind of throws you off a bit. Or I think the girl does, or somebody gets sucked into a hell portal, and it kind of throws me off. But good-ass movie. Love that movie. The build-up. The reveal at the very beginning that, like, oh, everybody in here is going to die. Nobody's going to live. And then it just starts at, like, before any of that even happened. So you're like, well, I know these guys are going to die, but how? And it's pretty cool. Next up, on a similar vein, very good found footage movie is this found footage? Paranormal Activity. Supernatural horror film. I don't see anything but found footage. I think it is. Anyways, it's a good movie. Definitely up there too. Probably a top 10. I'm pretty sure I've said that for every movie now. But yeah, it's just definitely the first. I could care less for any of the other ones, of the 11,000 other ones that have been made. Just watch the first one. First one's very good. 2007. Jesus Christ. Next up, we have, and this is kind of iffy because I don't really know if this is just an October movie or a Halloween movie. It's just a good movie that just so happens to be suspenseful or scary. And it's Silence of the Lambs. Good movie. It's got the guy, everybody knows this one, so there's no point in explaining it. But you know, it's got the evil guy, and he's evil. I eat people. And then you got the girl who's like, let me dig deeper. And then you get the guy again who's like, I'll help you dig deeper, but I get to eat people. Okay, so now, that's kind of the main ones I wanted to show off. Now I'm just going to list like 5 that I think you should think about watching. You don't really have to, but just movies that I've seen that you might want to see. And I'm just going to go really fast here, okay? I promise I'm not going to talk too long anymore. First off, Beetlejuice. Good movie, scary movie. Everybody's seen it. Spooky. Nice model. Carrie. Kind of weird, but once you get into it, you get into it. Enough said. Halloween. Another really famous slasher series, but I haven't really paid too much attention to it. I kind of like Friday the 13th too much, so I've kind of like focused more on that than Halloween, but still, you should see it. Good movies. And then we have 2 vampire movies, Lost Boys. Vampires. Crazy. And then right next to that we have Fright Night. Vampire Neighborhood. Crazy. Well, I guess they're both about a neighborhood. Kind of similar movies, kind of. Not really, but kind of. And then finally, my last recommendation is Sixth Sense, which again everybody's seen, but watch it again. It's a good movie. And that's it. That's all I got. There's plenty more horror movies that I haven't listed here, and probably a ton I'm forgetting or haven't seen. If you've made it this far, thank you for listening to me yap for 10 minutes. I'm a big movie lover. I love movies. I love making videos. I love the video format of things. And I kind of just wanted to throw this in and say, hi, I watch horror movies. I'm a big movie guy. But yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked this, let me know. If you hated it, also let me know. I will never make one again if nobody likes it, and vice versa. I will make more if people did like it. I'll see you guys later. Bye. See you tomorrow. Bye. Have a good one. Tomorrow's my birthday. Doo-doo-doo. Stupid bullshit.